The purpose of this podcast is to educate and inform. It is no substitute for professional care by your doctor or your qualified healthcare professional. Never disregard or delay professional medical advice because of something you've heard on this podcast or in any linked material. Guests who speak on this podcast express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions. Dr. Shirley neither endorses nor opposes any particular opinion discussed on this podcast. The views expressed on this podcast have no relation to those of any academic, hospital, practice, institution, or other entity with which Dr. Shirley may be affiliated.
Welcome to Forever FAB, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty. This podcast is curated by Dr. Shirley Madhere, MD, as the definitive source of holistic wellness through beauty.
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Shirley. Welcome to 15 Minutes of FAB, a segment of the Forever FAB podcast where I review products, services, experiences, and frankly, whatever, in 15 minutes or less. If the full-length podcast is a couture dress, for example, then 15 Minutes of FAB is like a button-down French cuff white shirt paired with leather leggings. If you don't have time to tune into the full-length podcast, then check out 15 Minutes of FAB, just a small dose. Some have considered it truth and beauty or plastic surgery secrets or as a nerdy or academic take on wellness and beauty with a dash of fashion. Consider it what you may. My aim is to engage you as a credible and authoritative voice in most, if not all aspects of beauty and wellness with a dash of fashion. That includes products, wellness services, technologies, innovations, new scientific research, and plastic surgery. As the founder of Holistic Plastic Surgery, my approach to beauty is through a lens of wellness that's grounded in science, backed by medical study and research, strengthened by my clinical experience, and bolstered by my surgical training with the use of principles and techniques of plastic surgery. And then there's my love of fashion. Of course, I feel uniquely qualified to talk with you about beauty, wellness, aesthetics, and plastic surgery, as well as products and services within those spaces, not only because of my extensive, and may I add, expensive training and expansive background, but also because I'm one of you. Many of the human issues around aging and being a fierce fab person, as well as an agent for positive change, I live these too, and I try. You're not alone. So together we can help the world become a more beautiful, forever fab place. So if you'll have me and give me at least 15 minutes of your time, let's get at it. In this new year, I've decided that it will be one of expansion and discovery. So I'll explore all sorts of topics, near and possibly far-fetched, while still focusing on the topics that make the Forever FAB podcast, well, fabulous, namely fashion, the art of living well or wellness, and beauty. As part of my philosophy of holistic plastic surgery, which I created well over probably now 15 years ago, where I believe that beauty emanates from within, wellness plays an integral role in my practice. And this goes for many aspects of life that help you to live in grace and beauty, including nutrition, exercise, products, services, technologies, mind, body, spirit, and science. The title of today's episode of 15 Minutes of FAB is It Fake or Real? Part 1, AI and Beauty. The topic of AI is an interesting one and sometimes hotly debated. For something that's without emotion, AI can actually be an emotional discussion for some people. I'm fascinated by the possibilities that AI may bring to humanity, but am also cautious and concerned about the potential minimization of what is already beautiful in humanity. So let's take a dive, not so deep though. Let's take a dive into AI and how it affects some of my favorite topics, beauty, fashion, and wellness. In this first of a 3-part mini-series of 15 Minutes of FAB on the Forever FAB podcast, I'll talk about how AI may influence who we are and how we live our lives vis-a-vis the 3 pillars of the Forever FAB podcast. fashion, the art of living well or wellness, and beauty. Welcome to part 1, AI and beauty. What is AI? Well, it stands for artificial intelligence. And what is artificial intelligence? Well, a number of definitions are offered based on my research on the internet, without ChatGPT, by the way. McKinsey states that, quote, artificial intelligence is a machine's ability to perform the cognitive functions we usually associate with the human mind, end quote. Actually, AI has been around since the 1950s. It was initially proposed as an academic principle, but not much happened with it back then. And in the years and decades since, there's been renewed interest and enthusiasm about AI, leading to rapid advancements in the field. According to Wikipedia, quote, AI applications include advanced web search engines such as Google Search, recommendation systems used by YouTube, Amazon, and Netflix, understanding human speech such as Siri and Alexa, self-driving cars, example, Waymo, generative or creative tools like ChatGPT and AI art, automated decision-making, and competing at the highest level in strategic game systems such as chess. I mean, that's pretty incredible. Why do we even have AI? Well, the goals of machine learning are intended to improve human life. And currently, they're doing so by assisting with problem solving, knowledge acquisition, overall learning, language processing, and general intelligence. But how does the technology do what it actually does? There are a number of tools, and those tools underlie how AI works and are described on Wikipedia as the following: search and optimization, logic, probability, economics, classification, statistics, artificial or computerized neural networks, and that's a term derived from our brains, neural networks, deep learning or multiple layers of learning, specialized language specific to AI, and specialized hardware capable of handling the high energy of operating AI and managing high volume AI cloud. So it's a lot. The HubSpot blog adds that, quote, AI works by combining large data sets with intuitive processing algorithms. AI can manipulate these algorithms by learning behavior patterns within the data set. So it's important to understand that AI is not just one algorithm. Instead, it's an entire machine learning system that can solve problems and suggest outcomes, end quote. Yowza. HubSpot also states that AI works with the following sort of processes: input, processing, data outcomes, adjustments, assessments. Now, if you want to incorporate AI into your own workflow, the same blog recommends these steps. Number 1, define the problem, right? So these are the steps on how to create a basic AI system for yourself or your workflow or your company. So number 1, define the problem. Number 2, define the outcomes. Number 3, organize the data sets. Number 4, pick the right technology. And number 5, test it, simulate it, and solve it. So behind all these steps, by the way, is a human being or groups of human beings. So that's something to remember. According to Wikipedia, quote, when a technique reaches mainstream use, it's no longer considered artificial intelligence. This phenomenon is described as the AI effect. AI applications were at the heart of the most commercially successful areas of computing and have become a ubiquitous feature of daily life. AI is used in search engines such as Google Search, targeting online advertisements, recommendation systems, driving internet traffic, targeted advertising, virtual assistants, autonomous vehicles, automatic language translation such as Microsoft Translator and Google Translate, which I use, facial recognition such as Apple's Face ID and Microsoft's Deep Face. What else? Image labeling used by Facebook and TikTok, spam filtering, and chatbots such as ChatGPT, the ever-popular chatbot. There are also thousands of successful AI applications used to solve problems for specific industries or institutions, such as energy storage, deepfakes, medical diagnosis, military logistics, foreign policy, supply chain management, and gaming, end quote. So AI is in fact already pervasive. It's already everywhere. So how does AI fit in with beauty? Well, AI and also VR, or virtual reality, have become essential for beauty retail. There's a demand for personalized products and services, so these technologies offer the ability to deliver such experiences and products. The beauty and cosmetics market uses this advanced technology for a number of things. And according to beautypackaging.com, it's used for product creation and as an additional platform for consumer communication, promotion, and sales. It's also used as an analytical tool for creating a more personalized shopping experience and inventory management, end quote. Now, Psychology Today Online adds that, quote, AI algorithms can analyze facial features and skin conditions to provide personalized beauty recommendations such as skincare routines and makeup shades or hairstyles. This customized approach aims to cater to individual preferences and enhance the concept of beauty tailored to each person's unique characteristics, end quote. Now, perfectcorp.com states that, quote, artificial intelligence and augmented reality, or AR, these beauty technologies are reimagining the way consumers connect with beauty brands and providing a valuable utility to brands and retailers looking to enhance their online customer experience, end quote. So far, these innovations in beauty include virtual try-ons, personalized makeup tutorials, personalized hair care and skincare and makeup product recommendations, skin analysis, identifying facial features such as your facial, brow, lip, and nose shapes, product development, personalized product recommendations, and more. These are, however, already in place. And unfortunately, the flip side of AI and AR and VR is that there are real concerns about them, and some of which I share. They're not unfounded, and they're numerous. And at least according on Wikipedia, some of these challenges are described as technological unemployment. Will machines take over our jobs? Bad actors and weaponized AI, meaning can governments and individuals use the technology against us, or can they use it to suppress and further oppress people? Algorithmic bias. If AI is based on real-world data or particular programmers and developers, because after all, there are people behind these programs, will the tech be itself limited and biased? Existential risk. Will humans lose control of AI? And then AI just sort of becomes its own powerful entity. And copyright. Who owns the copyright on the data outcomes? So those are just 5 of the challenges as described on Wikipedia. As it pertains to beauty, the risks of AI are also discussed in psychologytoday.com. Quote, there is a risk of deepening societal beauty pressures and perpetuating unattainable beauty standards. Additionally, AI-powered beauty filters and editing tools can lead to distorted self-perception and contribute to body dissatisfaction. We can use image editing tools and filters to modify features such as skin texture, facial symmetry, eye color, and body shape, which may reinforce idealized or unrealistic beauty standards. Relying on this technology for social presentation can cause harm, such as body image issues, lower self-esteem, and social anxiety, end quote. That's real. I believe that the integration of AI in beauty is transformative. Nevertheless, the technology should be used ethically, compassionately, realistically, and fairly. How society and the beauty industry manage this imperative has yet to be seen and yet to be experienced. That's my take on AI in beauty. This concludes this episode of 15 Minutes of Fab on the Forever Fab podcast. As always, stay beautiful, real, and forever fabulous, inside and out. As always, if you love this episode of the Forever Fab podcast, please share it and subscribe to the feed. Listen to past episodes or check out who's coming up next on ForeverFAB.podcast.com. If you enjoy listening to the Forever Fab podcast and you want more, get more audio and visuals with a membership through Patreon. Choose the gold, platinum, or diamond tier for premium added content, special co-hosts, lifestyle videos, branded merchandise, and maybe even private access to my clubhouse by visiting patreon.com/foreverfab. If you're a founder or you represent a beauty brand and you want to be featured on an episode of the Forever Fab podcast segment of 15 Minutes of Fab, send me some stuff. Visit foreverfabpodcast.com and fill out the contact form. For general holistic beauty tips or to set up an appointment with me to discuss your personalized options for leveling up your beauty, visit elementsandgraces.com and sign up for my newsletter or just give us a call. And for an online e-consultation on time, anytime, and on your time, visit clicklift.com for your wellness, plastic surgery, beauty, and wellness questions on the go. That's click-lift.com. It's time for the elevated house call. Jet Set Beauty RX offers beauty on-call services near your home or other domicile, delivering beauty in the privacy of a medically equipped mobile aesthetics unit. Reserve your appointment at jetsetbeautyrx.com. Thank you for listening to this week's Forever Fab podcast episode. Until next time, stay beautiful and fabulous, inside and out.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Forever Fab, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty, curated by Dr. Shirley Madhere, MD. Live beautifully and help make the world a more beautiful place.